Good evening, everybody. Dr. Dennis Mariano here on Live Now. I wanted to introduce everybody to someone that is really dear to me, not only as a doctor, but as a colleague as well. And this is Dr. Soly,
Yes.
Kristin Soly, and she is here in Cape Cod. And I want to tell you a story, and those of you that know me know this very well, that 10 years ago, I almost died because my aorta had torn. And to this day, people still don't know what happened. There was no indication of why. I believe in my heart of hearts, on a spiritual level, that it was a God knock, that God was really trying to tell me to change directions, and because I wasn't going the way He wanted me to. But so that was really traumatic for me. Obviously, I was young. I think I was 46 years old when that happened. I didn't have any wills. I had nothing prepared. I was thinking I was going to live forever. And isn't that true, that most of us, when we're younger, that we seem invincible, that we think we're going to live forever, then nothing's going to ever be, happen to us. However, something did happen to me, and those of you that don't know about it, I'll be posting a link on the bottom of the comments that you can read about it in detail if you're interested in doing so. So as that happened in my recovery, during my recovery, I wanted to find a cardiologist that could help me and guide me, because it was a cardiovascular issue, it was a cardiac issue, so I needed a specialist to help me. However, the area that I lived in Pennsylvania, most of the doctors that I approached were the traditional model, meaning that the tools that they had to help were medications, prescription, but they really didn't have the opportunity or knowledge to guide me, and it took me forever to try to find somebody, and I don't know how I found her. I don't think the internet was as massive back then, but I found her, and she actually used to work in Philadelphia, in the Medical College of Philadelphia.
Yeah, Medical College of Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania,
yes.
Back in the 70s, and she was a cardiologist, and you actually taught cardiologists to have more advanced training. Is that true?
I did. When I finished my cardiology fellowship, I was offered the position as the director of the non-invasive lab at the Medical College of Pennsylvania, which I did for 2 years, and then I went out into private practice.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I couldn't find anybody, and I got really, really frustrated, so I had to drive 7 hours all the way to Cape Cod, because she was the only holistic cardiologist that I had found. And I was very weak, I was very afraid, and here's the most important thing, this is the reason why we're doing this video. There are many of you out there, or many people that you know, that are suffering some terrible things right now, that you feel like nothing, and you're so afraid, and you're so hopeless. Many of us will get into the places in our lives, hopefully not too many times, or not too often, but when these things happen, it's so vital, it's so critical to have somebody there that you know, that's on your side, that will help you. And this is what Dr. Soly did to me. For me. I was so afraid because my heart obviously had been repaired. They put Gore-Tex in there to repair it, so this way I didn't die. But in the meantime, every pain and ache that I would have in the chest while I was recovering scared me. I'm thinking, oh, is this thing going to explode? I'm going to squirt blood all over the place and just like be freaked out. But the most interesting thing that Dr. Soly did, because she didn't just guide me as a doctor, but the most important thing what she did was she calmed myself down and gave me hope. And if you don't mind, tell me exactly what you told me that got me to finally stop freaking out and to be on my way to healing.
Well, you were very scared, and of course you're very scared because what you went through was very scary, and potentially people die from that, and in fact most people do. But what I've come to realize, because I'm a holistic cardiologist, is that you cannot die prematurely. Remember that God puts you here for a purpose. He doesn't just willy-nilly throw people on the earth and say, well, just go see what you can do and have fun. No, He puts you here, you have a purpose. When your purpose is done, you go. And it's not the kind of thing that you negotiate with God. When your purpose is done, it's time He takes you home. You don't sit there and say, no, wait a second, I can't this afternoon, I'm sorry, God, I just can't. No. And so you're here till your purpose is done. Not a moment longer, not a moment shorter. So you cannot die prematurely.
And you made a point to even solidify that concept by saying, if somebody put a gun to your head,
Oh, yes.
then what did you say?
Well, a patient actually challenged me about that, and she said, oh, I don't know. She said, I could pull a gun out here and shoot you and you'd be dead. I said, well, no. You could pull a gun out and shoot me, yes. I would probably be very unhappy, but I would not be dead. Because God didn't die and make you God, and if God doesn't want me dead, I'm not going to be dead. So, yes, you could shoot me, and of course I'd be unhappy, but I would not be dead.
Right. Now, you know, that's interesting, and that, we could talk about that for 10,000 years from now. We're not going to, because we need to make this video short, just as an introduction to Dr. Soly. However, the corollary to that was also, he said, however, that's not your way out to just, you know, go your wayward way and continue to do things that are, you know, inappropriate. Your body, your temple is still a vessel that you need to go through until you go into your next life. So another thing you said was that, yeah, you're not going to die until your purpose is over. However,
yes, you cannot control the length of your journey here. You can control the quality. Take good care of your body, take good care of yourself, you have a nice journey. You don't take good care of yourself, not such a nice journey, but it's just as long.
Right.
So what do you want? You want a long, happy journey, or you want a long, miserable journey?
Right.
It's your choice.
Right. So, you know, for example, yeah, the cardiovascular system, I don't need to be afraid, because if, you know, God wants to take me out, He's going to do it no matter what, whether I had an aortic dissection or not. However, as I recover, it's still up to me to take care of my body, because if I don't take care of my body, and let's say, you know, I had high blood pressure, I had a stroke or something, and then what happened then is that I lose my speech, I lose my movement patterns, I still won't be dead, but it'll not be as fun living my purpose, because now I've lost the capacity to speak and to move. So you still have to take care of the body, you still have to be responsible, doing the things that are necessary, because the physical body still needs to be taken care of. However, it's still really important to understand that the hope that we're trying to share with you is that you really need to get out of fear, and you need to have awareness and to have faith, and that God has everything. He knows the beginning from the end. He knew you before you even were here, and it's going to continue to be that way. But you still need to live. We still need to live by His laws and His principles in order for us to do His work. So, and what we're going to be doing with Dr. Soly, this is just an introduction. We want to really keep this video short so people don't lose interest. Well, from having been here for the last several days, that we're going to be collaborating together then and putting something together to encourage people, and maybe hopefully do something in the holistic field where we can make this even bigger, so that we're not the only ones, you know, benefiting from this. You know, the old days of one-to-one is gone. Now the one-to-many is the most important thing that we're going to be doing. Is there anything you wanted to add before we go?
No, just that I think it's always important for people to understand that we are a bunch of atoms. The whole body is made up of atoms. The air is made up of atoms. Everything is made up of atoms, and that's energy. And disease is a very strong energy message. You get your message, life gets better. You don't get your message, life gets worse.
Right, so what you're saying is that if you get the message and you do something about it to change your behavior, then something can change. But if you ignore the message and continue to go in your wayward ways, then you're making basically a choice.
That's right.
And making a choice.
I mean, how often do you hear somebody gets crushing chest pain, and they think, oh, it's probably indigestion. And they don't go to the emergency room like they know they should. And what happens?
Right. They just go.
They have a heart attack, they have a bigger heart attack. They have a stroke. Okay. So it's a message. We should always get our messages. We get messages all the time.
Right. Yeah. And the one thing, you know, I'm really tempted to keep going, but we're not going to do that. We'll have other videos. Maybe we'll do this on a different structure. But she's so, not only a doctor, not only a cardiologist, not only is she really, really smart, she's like a genius when it comes to, she's combined everything. That she doesn't just talk about holistic, she is holistic, she lives holistic. And there's just so much stuff that we would like to share with you with regard to how she lives her life. She's just a treasure trove of amazing, amazing things that most people would have never seen had we not shared this information with you. So I know you guys are really curious, and so am I. I'm really looking forward to putting more information together and doing this on a regular basis, maybe bi-weekly or maybe weekly. We'll see how things go. Our goal is basically to allow people to live thriving lives so that they can be a beacon of hope for others. So with Dr. Soly, please help us thank her for allowing us to do this short video, and we'll be connecting with you again soon. So thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, and thank you.
You're welcome. And also for those of you that know people that need this message of hope, please tag them on this video and share this information with them. And also, if you found benefit and value from this video, make comments on there and share with us how this has touched your life. And also give us a like as well. And if you yourself are having challenges, know that God loves you and that there's always going to be hope. Connect with people that care about you, that don't just want your money, that don't want anything from you, but want everything for you. So until we see you in our next video, this is Dr. Dennis Mariano from Mariano Holistic Life Center. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Take care.